Hi there, Kevin here. So this is the grading syllabus for those going up from Orange Stripe 1 to Orange Stripe 2. Those that are on Orange Stripe 2, your progression will then be going on to the Orange Belts, so check out the videos for that to progress. Now, there are three main techniques I'm going to get you guys to be doing for this part. The first one is called the Kake uke, or a hooking block. So at this point, you would have done the uchi uke, which is the outside middle block that looks like this. I've got my elbows tucking in, my arm comes out to the side, and I've got my wrist turned to the side. In order to do a hooking block, all I have to do is turn my hand out and grip, and I've got here. And the same thing on the other hand, typically. All right, so the block itself is here. Most of the times when we do it, we're also going to do it on the other hand as well, which means it looks like this. 1, 2, instead of pressing downwards, we do for the uchi uke. My hand is up and I twist out. I should come in, and as I turn halfway, my fingers come in and I finish it off. So it goes 1, 2, and 3. Again, it goes across just past my chin as it goes across, and there's a bit of a rainbow shape on the top half circle and coming locking in. The actual position of your hands, I come a little closer for you. I want to pull my wrists back as far as I possibly can. It should tense up the back of your arm. And from there, I'm going to try to squeeze my fingers in just at that second knuckle. So you can see it's here. It's not this. I'm coming all the way up here, and I squeeze it so hard that the tips of my fingers end up touching back at the base of my fingers. This other hand is not super important, but try to keep it somewhat loose on the time. It's mostly because I want to grab and I want to have that little extra angle in our grab. You find that if you're here, you have to be a lot more tighter as opposed to here where I can kind of give it a little bit. So that's my hooking block there. Finger is tucked in. You can see is sticking. That knuckle is coming against the palm there and it's slightly to the side. So it's not in the middle, comes out to the side. Again, pulling it back as much as you possibly can. So when we do the movement, I'm going here. I can open up my palm a little bit. Imagine you've got the parry. This one comes underneath, just like our middle block. My hand is open. I twist out and block. So it's 1, 2, 3. The second one we're going to do is our short punch. And as it sounds, it is exactly just like a normal punch, but I'm going halfway. Where I'm get to is where I'm strong. And again, my elbow should be just a bit out, about a palm's way away from my body, just like my middle block, just like my hooking block. All right, so I'm going here, but now wrist is still straight. Do not hooking upward. It is not an uppercut or a body rip. I'm keeping this flat. Again, it's half a punch. All I'm doing is doing a punch without having to go all the way out. So it's here. If I'm doing multiple, it's going 1, 2, and 3. Now, because you don't have that extra throw on that shoulder anymore, you have to rely a lot more on the hips. So it has to be very pronounced that your hips and the pullback, the hikite, is pushing through and hitting that knuckle in. Okay, again, you're still aiming for the first 2 knuckles just like your normal punches. 1 and 2 and 3. This doesn't work if you don't have any hip and you don't have the pullback nice and strong. So make sure, think about that body movement. And this is why I put it at the end. It looks a more simpler, but it does prove those concepts, you're understanding the hip turn and adding power. I'm squeezing my elbow tight. If it's out here, also doesn't work. So keeping it squished. The last technique is our joint kick, or Kensetsu geri. This is very much similar to a side kick, but it's more of a stomp. So to start this one off, I once again get the chamber nice and high in front as if I'm about to do a front kick, but instead I'm going to turn my heel out and I'm going to shoot out to the side. 45 in front and 45 to the side. What I mean by that is, if you look at me right now, you can see it's going straight down. When I do the kick, it's at an angle to the side there. I'm keeping my body straight. I am not leaning. This is not a side kick. So I'm going here and I shoot and I got my heel first. You can see my toes are pointed up. Do not hit with the heels like this or toes like this. I'm pulling it up so that the first thing that hits should be my heel and hitting into someone's knee. It's called a Kensetsu geri because joint kick is because I'm trying to attack the knees and trying to push it backwards. If I look the other way, you can see that it's actually slightly in front as well. So it's not completely sideways. It goes in front of me a little bit as well. See how it's slightly in front of my body? All right, and if I turn over here, you can see it's going to the side and slightly to the front. Imagine I've got a friend or someone who wants to kick is in front of me, a little bit to the side, as opposed to directly beside me. So the movement as you come up is knee up, shoot out, bring it back, and come down. I shouldn't need to do a full twist of the back heel, unlike a regular side kick, in which case I will point my toes to the side. This one, I'm trying to keep as much as possible without turning. I lift up, shoot out, and back down. Lift up, shoot out, back down. Lift up, out, and down. So if you do it fast, it should look like this. All right. The hands aren't super important as long as you can get it to bounce. So again, for those grading, aside from things that from previous gradings, as per usual, you will now have got hooking block, short punches, and Kensetsu geri. All right, good luck, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.